Hey guys, what's up? This is RogueMogul. Hi. Hello. Hello to you, sir, and you, ma'am. Hello. Hello, yes, hello. It feels cold as today. That temperature says 53. I don't believe it for a second. I think it's in the 40s. Doesn't matter though. I am perched on top of my comfy little green rocket. Green, gray, I don't know, grayish green. It says it's aviator gray. I don't know what that actually means. What is aviator gray? I mean, what does aviation have to do with motorcycling anyhow? Kind of seems irrelevant to me, but yeah, you know, we'll go with it. Aviator gray. So, I'm comfy because I got on heated grips and I got the heated seats and we're just cozy. So I know I said that I would never say that this was my last motorcycle, but I do sort of want to start the conversation about what is your Grail motorcycle? In other words, what is your end game motorcycle? I've always called this an end game bike because it's sort of like it's everything that you probably could ever want in a motorcycle, all rolled into one. It's sporty without having a sport riding position. It's versatile, comfortable, powerful. It's got loads of tech, which may or may not be good in most people's views. I don't know. I kind of like tech, so it works for me. You're gonna go, aren't you? Haha, no, you're not. I mean, one could make the argument, hey, RogueMogul, if it's such a great bike, why did you wait so long to get it? And I would say that's a very reasonable question. I don't know. Actually, that's not true. I do know. I think it has a lot to do with, you know, how many motorcycles do you want to experience in your lifetime? I would like to experience a lot. If this is the end game motorcycle, then I'm either, you know, A, going to get rid of it at some point and then wish I hadn't. If this is indeed the apex predator of motorcycles, if it is the pinnacle of good motorsports, motorcycling sports, cycle sports. I don't know the right way to say that. Also, oh, 2 taps. There we go. Finally, something I read on the internet makes sense. Yeah, that's right. So if the Multistrada does represent an end-game motorcycle, yeah, then, and I want to experience my motorcycles, and I'm either going to be getting rid of this at some point and losing a great motorcycle, or I'm going to say, well, I'm just going to stop experimenting with new motorcycles, and that would be sad, because I think we should all experience more things. This video really sucks. I mean, it's kind of like if you like ice cream and you go to a place that has a lot of flavors and you keep getting the same flavor over and over again, you're not really experiencing all the flavors. And I've literally just described myself going to get ice cream because all I really get is mint chocolate chip. Tell me, is there anything better than a good mint chocolate chip? I say no. You might disagree. I know a lot of people who think that chocolate and mint don't go together, and I don't understand how you could have that impression. Chocolate and mint go together in so many different ways. It's kind of like saying that like peanut butter and jelly don't go together. I don't like jelly, but peanut butter and jelly go together. Peanut butter and bread go together. I don't know, now that I've said all that, I kind of believe in, you know, I believe in limiting choice. I don't like a lot of choice. A lot of choices make me anxious, because then I'm like, you know, a great book, The Paradox of Choice. How do you know when you're making the right choice when you got 500 different things to choose from? Well, how do you know you're making a good choice when you only have 2 things to choose from? You got a 50-50 shot there. If you got 500 things to choose from, how do you know? You can't sample all 500 things. It just doesn't make sense. Especially if I'm going to keep a motorcycle every 2 years. If I want to try out 500 motorcycles, that math does not add up. I can tell you right now, I am not living to 1,000. I kind of feel like this is the prime time to get a Multistrada, because I don't believe any of the tech in this motorcycle. I mean, they're trying to do that weird thing with the with the Cigic navigation that goes through the main panel, and that looks cool, but I mean, that shit won't last. So like, there's no CarPlay integration, which I think is good, because CarPlay is not going to last forever. It's going to age out at some point. They're just going to say, well, iPhones up to this point, you know, we're no longer supporting, and then, you know, then you have an entire infotainment system that is going to be just garbage. I kind of wonder about that, you know, about the entire auto industry as well. Like, how do you future-proof stuff like Android Play and Apple CarPlay? Well, the fact is that you can't. Something will come along to make that shit obsolete, and then suddenly, you know, people are buying years old phones so that they can use them in their cars or whatever, and eventually, I don't know, I mean, can you even replace that stuff anymore? Some of it is so tied into, like in my Honda, the air conditioning and heating controls, like it has some controls that you can touch and buttons and stuff, but then some of it is tied through the infotainment system. Like, there's an actual climate button that you push on the infotainment, and then everything else comes up on the touchscreen. How the hell would you replace that? You would lose all that functionality that you can't get to on the front panels or front buttons. So yeah, before they bake any motorcycle, like before they try to bake navigation into it, this is a beautiful time to get it. Beautiful time to get this motorcycle. I'm going to get a Zumo XT and put it right here, because the best way to future-proof GPS is to buy a discrete GPS, and when that GPS is no longer supported, you buy another GPS. You don't have to buy a whole new motorcycle. Those are my thoughts anyhow. I may be totally wrong, but what else does this have on it? I mean, it's got traction control, riding modes, wheelie control, all that stuff. I don't think that stuff's going to age out. Like, nothing's going to come along in the next 2 decades where it's like, oh, well, traction control won't work anymore because it doesn't connect to your phone. Nope. That's not going to happen. Now, some of the electronic bits might die, sure. You know, the screen might vibrate itself to pieces and then stop working, and then the motorcycle's dead in the water, but I don't know, I kind of feel like the automotive and motorcycle industry have a pretty good grasp on how to isolate things, and well, let's just run through that red light, man. Yeah, why not? Sure. But yeah, I feel like the industry has a pretty good grasp on how to make electronics live in a vibration harsh environment. At least that's where I've put my money. Anyhow, this is one of those videos that started one way and ended a complete different way, so I'm gonna have trouble getting people to watch this video like I do all my videos, because, you know, I'm just a guy who rides a motorcycle and talks, and that's you know, that's a very 2010 idea right now. Dude, you're so last decade, bro. But, you know, I do not care to be an influencer. I don't influence shit. I'm still influenced. I still watch YouTube videos and I'm like, oh shit, that looks really cool. And then I go out and buy it and it's like, this really sucks. I just got rubed. Whatever. Yep, so I appreciate you guys taking this ride with me. Thanks for watching, and you've been awesome. I'm just riding this motorcycle. So, hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!